Jai Guru, I am Amalendu Chatterjee. I am an ex-associate professor in zoology and a SPR. I do discuss religious or spiritual or related topics as far as my little knowledge goes. Do subscribe to this channel of mine, namely Onukul Kotha, if you like my deliberation. Now today I would like to chant 8 slokas starting from 20th sloka to 27th sloka of the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But before that, let me chant 2 lines from the meditational part of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sarvopaniषado gavo dugdha gopalanandanaha partho vatso sudhir bhukta dugdham gitamritam mahato. It means that all the knowledge that are incorporated in all the Upanishads is compared here as cow, while Lord Krishna as milkman and Arjuna as calf. And it is also stated that those people having pure intelligence and good-hearted as well, they can taste the nectar or amrit of Bhagavad Gita. But you people may think that, you see, we cannot taste the nectar or amrit of Gita as because, you see, we haven't that pure intelligence and we are not that good-hearted people. Well, it's not like that. You see, you need not be disheartened. As Lord Ramakrishna has stated that to a patient of jaundice, sugar candy doesn't taste sweet. But with prolonged tasting, in other words, if that patient regularly eats sugar candy, then gradually, slowly but surely, he will get the sweetness of sugar candy. Same is the case with Gita also. If you go on listening Gita, if you go on trying to understand the inner message of Gita, then gradually but surely you will also taste the very nectar or amrit of Bhagavad Gita. Now let me chant the 8 slokas as I have stated. Atho vyavasthitan drishtva dhatro rashtran kapidhajo pravritte shastra sampate dhanuruddhamma pandavo Rishikesham tada vakkam idamaho mahipate Arjuna uvacho senayorubhayor madhye ratham sthapoyme achyuto Javat etan niriksheyaham jadhu kaman avasthitan kayyere maya saho jadhabvam asmin rano samuddhamme jatsamananna beksheyaham jete atra samagataho ধাত্র রাষ্ট্রস্য দুর্বুদ্ধের যুদ্ধে প্রিয় চিকীর্ষবঃ সঞ্জয় উবাচ এবং উক্তো ঋষিকেশ গুরাকেশেন ভারত সেনয়োরুভয়োর মধ্যে স্থাপয়িত রথোত্তমম ভীষ্ম দ্রোণ প্রমুখত সর্বেষাঞ্চ মহীক্ষিতাম উবাচ পার্থ পশ্যৈতান সমবেতান কুরুনীতি তত্র পশ্যৎ স্থিতান পার্থ পিতॄন অথো পিতামহান আচার্যান মাতুলান ভ্রাতॄন পুত্রান পৌত্রান সখিংস্তথা শ্বশুরান tan samikso shakanteyo sarvan bandhun avasthitan kripoya paraya vishtoyo Vishidan idam abravit. So these are the 8 slokas. Now let me say the meaning. I must say here that I say the translation of Swami Gambhirananda ji. So as far as the 20th slok and 20th slok is concerned, is a, you see, let me chant the 20th slok. Atho vyavasthitan drishtva dhatra rashtran kopidhajaho pravritte shastra sampate dhanuruddhamma pandavaho. It means that, O king, that is, Sanjay is saluting Dhritarashtra as king. That is, O king, thereafter, seeing Dhritarashtra's men standing in their positions when all the weapons were ready for action, the son of Pandu, that is Arjun, who had the insignia of Hanuman on his chariot flag, raising up his bow, said the following to Hrishikesh. So, next slok. Arjuna uvacha. No, starting from Hrishikesh. Hrishikesham tada vakam idamaho mahipatoe. Arjuna uvacha senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapai me achyuta. It means that Arjun said, O Achyut, please place my chariot between both the armies. You see, it means that if I may give a title of all these 8 slokas, then it would be like this, that is, Arjun surveys the opposition camp. If I may say it in cricketing language, it is like this, that when a batsman takes his position, then he surveys the field position, who stands where. For example, who is standing at gully position, who is standing at third man position, such and such. Same is the case here. Arjun is trying to survey who stands where, and that's why Arjun is telling to Achyut, that is Sri Krishna. The other name of Sri Krishna is Achyut. That please place my chariot, you see, between both the armies. Now here I must say one thing, that is, in Bhagavad Gita, since Bhagavad Gita is told by none other than God Himself, that's the reason why each and every word that is used in slokas, you see, has its own importance, has its own connotations, has its own significance. For example, here Achyut, the very term Achyut is used here. The other name of Lord Krishna is Achyut. Achyut means one who remains unaffected by time, pace and causation. You see, he doesn't change his stand on any matter. That's the beauty of God. In this connection, I may recall one incident that happened in case of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. When he was a mere child, then one of his teachers asked him in the school that, oh Anukul, tell me, if one is added with another one, what would be the result? Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra immediately replied that it would be one, sir. The teacher got angry and scolded Sri Thakur and said, what are you telling? If one is added to another one, it would be 2. It is as simple as that. And you are telling something very fictitious. Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra had immediately replied, just see, I see, if you get two identical ones, then only if one is added to another one, it would be 2. It would be 2. Otherwise, you see, if one is added to another one, it would be 1 only. Because in the whole world, you won't find 2 identical objects, 2 identical animals like that. And it is true. As a professor of zoology, I can say safely that even within within 2 homozygous twins, even there are subtle differences. So there is universal occurrence of variation in this world. So variation is always there. You can't find 2 objects absolutely identical. And the matter, when just see, he said this when he was a mere child. But when he was almost 80 years old, then one of the disciples of Sri Thakur Ankuljendra, namely Kestoda, whose full name was Krishna Prasanna Bhattacharya, he was a renowned scientist. He did PhD under C.V. Raman, Dr. C.V. Raman, though he did not complete his degree. But he once said, he once asked Sri Thakur, that do you still think that if one is added to another one, it would be one? Sri Thakur immediately replied, yes, I still think so. What I want to point out is simply this, that Achyut means that one who remains unaffected by time, pace and causation. But just see the difference. We common people, we cannot keep our stand, constant on any matter. With time, pace and causation, we change our mental position, we change our stand. Here we will see that Arjuna, for example, he is one of the greatest disciples of Lord Krishna, but he has changed his mind. We will see that. But one thing is clear, that Arjuna has come in the battlefield with all vigor, with all cylinders firing, with all guns blazing. But we will see just after this that seeing his close relatives, Arjuna has changed his mind. So therefore, he cannot remain unaffected by time, pace and causation. And we will see that. But this is the difference with Achyut. But in this connection, I must say that at least I think that Sri Thakur Ankuljendra is another Achyut. But remember, God is one, but he is coming as immanent form, as Purushottam. It is my personal opinion. You have definitely, you have your own opinions, no matter. So the next, on 22nd sloka, Javat etannirikshe aham jodhu kaman avasthitan koyere maya saho jodhabvam asmin nirano samuddhamme. 22nd slok. Until I survey these who stand intent on fighting, and those who are going to engage in battle with me in this impending war. So that is the Arjuna is trying to Arjuna is trying to survey the field position. That is the enemy position. In other words, the opposite camp. But before that, I must say one thing, that just see, Arjuna has stated that Arjuna is saluting Lord Krishna as Achyut, and not only that, he is telling that please place my chariot. Just see the difference. You see, here Arjuna is actually soliciting. In other words, Arjuna is actually requesting Lord Krishna. While just see the treatment of Duryodhana to Bhishma. Bhishma, while Duryodhana was telling something to Bhishma, he was simply dictating. While Arjuna here is actually requesting Lord Krishna. This is just the difference. Anyway, and another case is that chariot flag of Arjuna actually exhibits the insignia of Hanuman. Because of the fact Hanuman is considered as one of the greatest disciples of Lord Ram. I think that Arjuna is showing respect to the great disciple, namely Hanuman. Now, so 22nd slok is like, not coming to the 23rd sloka. Jotsomanan abekshe aham jete atra samagataho dhatra rashtrasya durbuddhir juddhe priyo chikirsavaha. It means that these who have assembled here and want to accomplish in the war what is dear to the perverted son of Dhritarashtra, I find them to be intent on fighting. Let me repeat it again. These who have assembled here and want to accomplish in the war what is dear to the perverted son of Dhritarashtra, I find them to be intent on fighting. Just see, Arjuna is using hard language here, because he is telling son of Dhritarashtra as perverted. That is, in Sanskrit it is durbuddhir. It is the, Durbuddhir. So it implies that Arjun has come to the battlefield with all cylinders firing, with all guns blazing, with all spirit, with all vigor and everything. But just within a very small period of time, you will see that he has changed his mind. This is the difference between Achyut and common. I should not say common man, because Arjun doesn't belong to the category of common man. You see, he belongs to a great disciple, category of great disciples. But still, great disciples, they do wrong sometimes. And then 24th and 25th, I would rather chant simultaneously. Sanjaya uvacha ebang ukto rishikesho gurakeshena bharato senayor ubhayor madhye sthapo ittarathotamam bhishma drona pramukhato sarve sancho mahiksitam uvacha partho pasyaitan samovetan kuruniti. Now, the meaning of these two slokas, as translated by Swami Gambhirananda, I see, O scion, now Sanjay said that, O scion of the line of Bharata, that is Dhritarashtra, Hrishikesho, being told so by Gurakesho, that is Arjun, placed before the excellent chariot between the two armies in front of Bhishma and Drona, as well as all the rulers of the earth, and said, O Partho, that is Arjun, see these assembled people of Kuru dynasty, of the Kuru dynasty. Let me repeat it again. O scion, that is Sanjay said, O scion of the line of Bharata, Dhritarashtra, Hrishikesho, being told so by Gurakesho, that is Arjun, placed the excellent chariot between the two armies in front of Bhishma and Drona, as also all the rulers of the earth, and said, O Partho, see these assembled people of the Kuru dynasty. Now you see, here, as I have already stated, each and every word that is used in the slokas has its own connotation. For example, here Gurakesho is used. The other name of Arjun is Gurakesho. Why? What does it mean by Gurakes? That is one who is master of sleep. But being so, he is ever alert. What does it actually mean? It means that Arjun is actually sleeping, but it is not so. Arjun is all alert. That's why the name Gurakes. Now it is in our Hindu scriptures, there are three terms: Sadvik, Rajasic and Tamasic. Sadvik people are those people who remain more or less silent. And Tamasic people, they also remain more or less silent. But there is hell and heaven difference. You see, Sadvik people, they always think about God. While the Tamasic people, they think about the earthly material, material gains, and they are rather benumbed with these kind of thinkings. But you see, in case of Sadvik people, since they think about God, that's why it seems that they remain in trance state. Now, in this connection, I can recall the sayings of Sri Thakur Anukulachandra regarding trance state. Sri Thakur Anukulachandra stated that trance state does not imply that one will remain as inanimate objects like brick or stone. No, it is not. He is actually thinking seriously on a particular topic, on a particular question, or on a particular problem, and he is actually gathering the entire knowledge. And when he comes out from the trance state, he is the very epitome of the integrated knowledge of that subject. So this is the characteristic feature of Sadvik people. Now, actually Gurakesho means that Arjun is actually Sadvik person. So that's why you see here the term Gurakesho is used here. And you see, and again, Sanjay is saluting Dhritarashtra as O scion of the line of Bharat, that is, Sanjay is all along a virtuous person. That's why he had tried his level best to convince Dhritarashtra to stop the battle. And that's why he is telling Dhritarashtra that since you belong to the illustrious dynasty of Bharat, so you should remember that your sons should behave justly towards Pandavas. But they are not doing so. So please forbid them, you see, in doing so. But the tragedy is that evil disposed persons, they do not hear, they do not listen good advices. Now, coming to the next two slokas. Tatra pasyat sthitan partho pitrin atho pitamahan acharyan matulan bhatrin putran pautran sakhingstatha Shoshuran suhridaischaibo senayurubhayoropi tan samiksha sakanteyo sarvan bandhun avasthitan kripaya paraya visto visidan idam abravrit. You see, the meaning that then Partha, that is Arjuna, saw marshaled among both the armies his uncles, as also grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers and cousins, sons, grandsons, as well as comrades and fathers-in-law and friends. And then the son of Kunti, that is, I'm telling the translation of 27th sloka, there is the son of Kunti, Arjuna, seeing all those relatives arrayed there, became overwhelmed by supreme compassion and said this sorrowfully. Just see, Arjuna, when actually Lord Krishna actually brought the chariot in between both the armies, then Arjuna saw his close relatives, his teachers, his uncles, his maternal uncles, like that and this. And you see, seeing those close relatives, Arjuna suddenly changed his mind. And saying, why? Because Arjuna for the time being was seized by supreme compassion. He thought that why should I fight with my close relatives? But then why he had come here? He came with full knowledge that he would have to fight with his closest relatives. But seeing those, but rather, you see, coming into the battlefield, you see, he has suddenly changed his mind. That means he is now seized by supreme compassion. But my question is whether this compassion is fair, this compassion is good enough? Not at all. Because you see, Arjuna is Kshatriya by Varna. So, and holy war has come. And Arjuna got the opportunity to fight in the holy war. And he is declined himself to fight. It means that he is actually betraying his own, he is betraying his own birth. Because he should fight. He is earmarked for that. But even after getting the chance, you see, to fight in the holy war, he is trying to, you see, he is trying to declining himself from, he is trying to declining himself. He is trying to retreating back from the battlefield. So, this is the matter. So, in conclusion, what I want to say is that Achyut means one who remains unaffected by time, pace and causation. But we people actually do wrong. We people cannot, you see, cannot stand to our, you see, cannot, we people cannot rather remain constant in our stand on any matter, on any problem like that. With time, with pace and causation, we change our attitudes. But here lies, even not only we people, we common people, even Arjuna, one of the greatest disciples of Lord Krishna, that you see, he has done wrong. He has done some, you see, he has changed his mind. So, therefore, here lies the necessity of God, because God shows us the right direction. God shows us what to do, see what best we should do. So therefore, this much for today. Live in love. Joy Guru.